What up, ladies and gentlemen? What up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? I go by the name Naman Blackie, and you're welcome to the 19th episode of Shaking Tables with Naman Blackie. And as always, we always go on our Instagram live and get views from people. This episode was not any different, and we had a very interesting topic. Let's get into it. Between the mother-in-law and the wife, who gets a seat in the front seat of the car? Yeah. I know some people are already parrying. Well, you don't have to, okay? So, as always, as I said, we went on Instagram and we got different views. That day was quite an interesting episode, I must tell you, because we had many different opinions coming in, especially from the women. Yes, I mean, the men, it was more of a one-way discussion, but the women, some said, hell nah, they ain't gonna let their mother-in-law sit in front of the car. And some said, well, they don't really give a damn, they don't care. Front seat, back seat, so long as we get to the destination, they're fine. Another person said, well, she feels both parties should respect each other's boundaries, in the sense that a mother-in-law should know when to act like a mother-in-law and when not to, and then a wife needs to know when to act like a wife and then when not to, okay? There should be boundaries between both of them. They should know that, okay, my job stops here, let the wife continue, and the wife needs to know my job stops here, let his mother continue, okay? And another person said, well, as a man, if he's put in this situation, he has to be very diplomatic about it, because whatever response he gives his wife, the mother-in-law is listening, and whatever response he gives the mother-in-law, the wife is listening. So he has to be very careful and diplomatic when handling such cases, okay? And another caller said, the man should always protect his spouse at all costs, okay? It's his responsibility to protect his spouse, okay? Protect your spouse from evil mother-in-laws that would want to drag front seat with your wife, okay? So it's the man's duty to protect his spouse, okay? Another person said, well, she feels now from clap, dance they start, in the sense that if you accommodate some situations as you go on with your marriage, there's every chance that it's going to keep growing and growing. Someone said it can start from front seat, then to the kitchen, then to the parlor, then to the house, then to dictate what happens in the marriage, So if you don't address some very wrong and rude behaviors from both parties, it's just going to keep growing, okay? So the man needs to step in and step in hard. Another person said mother-in-law should know her place in her son's life, especially after he's married. A mother-in-law is expected to know that there's a limit to how much she can have to her son once he's married, okay? And also, the same lady said a wife should show respect to her mother-in-law, okay? Show some respect to your mother-in-law. She brought up the same man you fall in love with, so give her that respect, okay? And then lastly, someone said, nobody sat in mother-in-law's husband's car, so she should not be dragging the front seat with her daughter-in-law. I see some sense in that. Okay, so basically what the person is saying is nobody sat in front of the seat in her husband's car, so she should not come to her son's car and drag seat with his wife. Okay. Well, honestly, in my opinion, I feel any mother-in-law that would attempt to sit in the front seat while the wife is being made to sit at the back, I kind of feel like it's very disrespectful to the wife. Except if this mother-in-law is doing this unknowingly or ignorantly or without spite. But the moment there's a spike of hate or a spike of spite or a little bit of territorial dragging between the mother-in-law and the daughter, then that becomes completely wrong, okay? It becomes completely wrong. So yes, no mother should want to drag the front seat with her son's wife, please, okay? It's your son's wife, okay? Let them live your life. Sit in the back seat. That's for you, the owner's corner. You're the owner of the son. Sit in the back seat, let your son drive you. Don't sit in the front seat. The front seat is not meant for you, okay? The front seat is not meant for the mother. The mother should always sit behind. If she can't sit behind, she should go drive her own car, okay? But let the wife have the front seat, period. Well, if you feel different from my opinion, if you feel the mother should still have the front seat, please share with me in the comment section below. If you've had any personal experience, do feel free to share with me in the comment space below, and we're going to keep talking about this, all right? Thank you very much for your time. I love you guys. Bless.